Welcome back. Many people are getting more into golf ahead of the PGA Championship in Tulsa next week, and it can be great exercise outside, but it also can put a lot of strain on your back. Well, this Wellness Wednesday, chiropractor Sebastien Ledoux is here to talk about ways seeing a chiropractor can help your golf game.
Absolutely.
So, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Let's talk about some of the common injuries that you see from golf.
Common injuries is your low back pain. So about 80% of people playing golf are going to experience some type of low back pains or low back injury.
Okay, and then what are some things that you would recommend people do to avoid those injuries, or something? I mean, do you recommend doing anything before they get out on the course?
Yeah, for sure. So there's
golf.
anything from like static stretching, dynamic stretches. Resistance band is actually going to help you the most gain the yardage that you want to gain. And then when it comes to like chiropractic care, that's not just for pain. We can do that for preventative care. It helps with the range of motion, so a more fluid swing.
Okay, if you go on a regular basis. What about the resistance band? What do you do with those?
So those resistance bands, there's different stretches for your shoulders and your lower body that would help improve firing of the muscles.
Okay, okay. And so then also, let's talk about, is there a certain pain threshold? If somebody comes in and says, you know, it's not a bad pain, it's not awful, can I handle it? When do you draw the line and say, come on in?
The majority of the time, pain is actually the last thing that shows up. So you have dysfunction over time, and then you wake up one day and you're like, oh man, that hurts. That's usually when people start to come in. We want people to come in before that so that we can get them on a plan that is more preventative versus, oh, that hurts way too much, I should now go see somebody.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So for all the golfers out there, you want to do preventative chiropractic care. And,
right.
Okay, great. So a couple other things about the PGA coming. It's not just chiropractic care that helps amateurs, right? How many PGA pros or pro golfers?
Yeah, roughly 3/4 of the tour pros actually have a chiropractor on staff.
3/4. Okay, so it can help your golf swing.
Completely.
All right, and give you a little more flexibility there.
And improve the recovery time.
And the recovery time of if you get injured?
So injuries, or you ever get done with a round of golf and you just don't feel so right, like that's recovery, right? It takes a little bit of time to get off from that. We help reduce that time of recovery.
Okay, and what would be like just preventative care? How many times? Like once a week,
you
twice a week?
can come in once every other week for that type of care, and I think that's sufficient. It just depends on where you're at. So our job is to meet you on that health journey and just figure out where you fit in and then give you the plan forward.
And enjoy that lower handicap as your swing gets better. I'm trying to talk golf here. I'm trying my best.
Yes.
All right, well, thanks so much, Sebastien, for being here today. And for all the pros coming to Tulsa, if they need a chiropractor, maybe Sebastien can join them.
We would love to.
Brian, Shannon.